Yo, what's happening, people? Welcome to the GavGoesIn podcast. Got a man like Stuart on. What are you saying, Stuart? You good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Good, man. Good, good. Good to get you on, man. Been wanting to get you back on for time, man. Obviously, always give good views. Obviously, we don't always agree on certain things, but this is what it's about, man. To have your say. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, man. Well, I want to talk about the Euro 2024 so far. So I mean, what's your take on the Euro 2024 so far? What do you think? Who are the likely winners of the tournament in your opinion?
Um, well, the first part, yeah,
Hmm.
it's all good. Level of the championship looks really good.
Yeah,
Um, I would say so far it looks probably like Germany look like the strongest.
yeah,
They seem to
yeah.
be the most like a good unit, work well together. All the individuals like Musiala are playing well.
Yeah,
So it looks like they've been the strongest so far, but you never know because some
yeah.
people can slowly build through the tournament. But I think the
Mm,
last time in the last Euros, Italy, they weren't looked at as the favourites. They
mm,
started well and they eventually won it. So yeah,
yeah,
it's looking good. It's looking good.
yeah. I mean, for me, I agree, man. For me, Germany. I think Spain are looking good. I think if you look at Germany's midfield, you got Gundogan, Cruz, Andrich, and then you got obviously Musiala and Verts playing as
Yeah,
like two number tens off of Kai Havertz. And I
yeah,
think that quartet there in that midfield and that attack is doing well at the moment. Obviously there will be tougher tests to come ahead. But I think in terms of their defense as well, you got Jonathan Tah, Antonio Rudiger at the back, solid, add
yeah,
that physical presence. Also, both of them can play out from the back as well. And then you've got Joshua Kimmich, who's actually, he's a midfielder that can play right back.
yeah,
And he's very versatile and he slots in at the back good for Germany, man. So I think as a quartet, the defense, midfield, and the attack is solid. And
yeah,
I said in my previews before, I expect them to get to at least the semi-finals on home soil. You know, I think they've got everything. I think the one thing I was wary of is up front. I think their strikers. I mean, you got Kai Havertz, who's really a midfielder, like a number 10, and then you got Nicholas Fulkrug, who's been playing as well, been coming on. I think he's quite underrated, to be fair. But
yeah,
I think in terms of their two golden boys in Musiala and Florian Wirtz, I think those two could potentially take them to the semi-final, in my opinion. You've got Leroy Sane on the bench as well, who's kind of his role's kind of taken a back seat in a sense, but I think he can still have an impact. Obviously, you've got Tony Cruz as well, who's I think he's retiring off this, isn't he? So he's going to want to go out obviously on a high. Ilkay Gundogan, as we know, is just a top player.
yeah.
Um,
I think he's a big player in their team.
he's a
Big,
big
big,
influence. Yeah,
big player. Yeah, big
I
player.
think the only thing with Gundogan, yeah, because Gundogan's more or less playing as a number 10, and I think he's good enough to play as a dictator from midfield, deep line. But I think because they got Tony Cruz there, and then if Andrich plays, Andrich offers the physical protection as well. And then you've got Verts and Musiala either side or coming inside as well to play off the striker. So I think, yeah, their squad as a whole, obviously got the experience at the back with Manuel Neuer as well
Yeah,
in goal.
it looks strong all round, doesn't it? Very strong
Strong
all
all
round.
round, man. Yeah, I agree. Like it's just a solid outfit there, man. In terms of Italy, as I was talking to one of my other guys, Adam, before, because he likes Italy as well. And for me, um, this is probably the weakest Italy I've seen in terms of if you look at their squad as a whole, a lot of them are players that they are decent players, but I wouldn't. I mean, the only player you'd probably pick out apart from Donnarumma as like a star really is probably Nicola Barella. But the rest of their team, I think, are all good players. But I expect them if they meet a Germany or Spain, even Portugal or Holland, I think they might come unstuck because I don't think they've got
they
enough.
don't look that they don't look as strong.
No,
They
they
don't
don't.
look as strong, but they didn't really look as strong in
Mm.
the previous European Championships, but they managed to win it. So
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
quite a good team, even though they don't have a load of individual stars.
yeah.
They
I
tend
think
to
you
get
said it
through
there, man.
tournaments.
They're a team. That's what it is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Well, they're a good
yeah,
team.
man. I think if they meet anyone decent in the round of 16, if they get there, I think it'd be a good night for them, man. Because although they are quite solid at the back, I don't think it's going to be enough against some of these other teams in terms of the attackers that they have, you know. And but yeah, man, I think it's been a good tournament. It's been a lot of goals. Obviously, we've got Spain, Germany, Portugal, who have qualified for the round of 16. I think they're the three teams I think they're the only three teams so far. And then we've got Poland, who obviously they're out of the tournament now. And I think it might be another team. Actually, no, I think Poland might be the only team actually at the moment.
Yeah, that was the
So,
last I heard.
huh?
That was the last I heard that Poland were
Yeah,
definitely out. They're the only team that are out.
yeah, it's a shame, man, because I think this could be Lewandowski's could be his last Euros, man. I think what he's 34 now.
Yeah,
I can't see him playing another one. I mean, hopefully he
no,
does, but I think he could be on the way out from Poland now.
yeah.
But what do you think of Portugal?
I watched them the other night.
Mm,
Still feel they're. I mean, when you look at all their players, they've got loads of great players.
yeah.
You know, they've got obviously still got Cristiano Ronaldo.
Mm,
They've got Diaz at the back, plays for Man City.
yeah.
We've got Bruno Fernandes, your favourite player. Um,
I knew you'd be bringing him up.
and loads of other players, but I don't know. They never seem to be. They never seem to impress me. It's a bit like England, really. There's a
Yeah,
lot of what you think is good individuals, but I
yeah.
don't know. Whenever you watch them, they seem a bit disjointed.
Mm,
They seem to just sort of get through games, win, and then
yeah,
potentially come up against someone good, and then
yeah.
to get knocked out. Or it doesn't seem like as cohesive as it
Mm,
should be. Such good players.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that's.
I think I think they're a bit similar to Italy, I would say, but in my opinion, they got obviously more quality than
They remind me a bit of Belgium because Belgium seem to always have good players
yeah,
like
yeah,
Hazard, De Bruyne,
yeah,
Tillemans,
mm,
Lukaku on his
yeah.
day,
Trossard, yeah,
and they never Trossard, and
mm,
they always seem to never really
yeah,
be the team that they should be.
yeah.
Yeah,
I think sometimes if you have too much players, it's not always a good thing. You know what I mean? Because I think that certain managers will always try and fit in certain players, and as I said, man, it's not always a good thing. But I think in terms of the squad, they probably have overall the best squad at the tournament in terms of
who's that? Portugal.
yeah, I'd probably say in terms of if you look at their overall squad,
Mhm.
they've probably got more players in their squad that will get into other teams. I think you look at Germany. Germany's first 11 is very good. Their bench is decent, but I think Portugal's bench is better. Same with England, really, as well. I think quite similar. Um, and then you got Spain. I think their their bench is probably better. I think the lineup that they have when they start with Diaz and Pepe. I mean, Pepe's experience. I think he's 41 now. Pepe. Ruben Diaz, as we know from Man City, is very solid as well. And then the fullbacks. I mean, they've got very good options there. I mean, you've got João Cancelo who can play left back, and obviously he's played
Yeah,
right back. Then you've got Nuno Mendes, the left back, and then you've got Dallo and Semedo. So Dallo can play both sides, and then Nelson Semedo from Wolves is at right back. And then you go into the midfield. Obviously, you've got João Palhinha, Bruno Fernandes. You've got young João Neves as well, 19-year-old who's been linked with Man United. Vitinha at PSG, who's a top player. You've got
oh,
Ruben
I've
Neves.
got Jota.
Jota as well. For
Yeah.
me, Jota should be starting.
Yeah,
Like
should be.
he should be starting for me.
Yeah,
And then you've got obviously João Felix, who don't get a game. For me,
yeah.
I'd start João Felix ahead of Rafael Leao. I think I know Leao's got pace, but he ain't good enough for me. Bernardo Silva,
Bernardo Silva. Yeah, I forgot.
top
I knew
player.
there was more. I knew there was more players.
Pedro Neto,
Yeah,
top player. And then you got Francisco Conceição from Porto, Gonzalo Ramos. You know, they've just got an abundance of players, man, that can easily start. I think where Portugal are going to fall down, you know, and you might think differently, but I believe if they play one of the top teams, they can't afford to start Ronaldo.
yeah,
He's going to be a liability for them because if you look at them now, they're playing for Ronaldo, and yeah, it's all good. Portugal beating who they played so far. Obviously, they beat Turkey 3-0, and then they just scraped past was it Czech Republic?
yeah. It was someone who they scored in the last.
Yeah, I think it might have been Czech
games.
Republic. Was it Czech Republic? It might have been Czech Republic, I
No,
think. Yeah.
it wasn't. It was.
No?
No, it wasn't Czech Republic. I don't think it was. Yeah, yeah. It was one of the.
I can't remember who it was.
Oh,
It wasn't.
Yeah, I can't remember who it was. Yeah.
Yeah, they scraped past them anyway, yeah. And
Yeah.
although they've qualified, it looks good. I think if they meet any one of them teams as we mentioned, and they start Ronaldo, I think they could be going home because
No, it was the
as I
Czech
said,
Republic. Yeah, it was Czech
it
Republic.
was Czech Republic,
Because it
yeah.
had a Sofal at right back.
Sufal, that's the one, yeah.
Sofal, yeah.
What's his name? Thomas Suchek, yeah.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
But I think if they start Ronaldo against a Spain, against a Germany, let's say, I think they're going to